Cześć, witajcie serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gry Moebius Empire Rising. Ja jestem Multikałaj i wracamy na randkę. Dowiedzieć się, czy poruch.
Good evening, Dominique. I'm sorry to intrude again, but I did remember to bring you a hostess gift.
Nice. Please, come in.
Thank you. And I saw these antique earrings and very much wanted to see you wearing them.
Oh, they're lovely. You are a gentleman. Please, come sit down with me.
Okej. Chodzi w szpilkach po domu, tak w zasadzie. Nie wiem, czy ktoś to jeszcze zauważył, ja to na przykład zauważyłem.
How can I help you?
Coraz bliżej mnie
Perhaps we
siada.
could try a little of the whiskey. I'm told it's very good.
It does sound tempting. I'll be right back.
Dobra, tam jest jakiś stolik, który mogę się przy...
I've already read it. That newspaper is quite old. I wonder where she has that. A Dr. Angela Martin has brought a civil suit against Dominique. She claims Dominique tried to poison her. I need to find out if that's true. That newspaper is quite...
Dobra, ale to nie chcę zniknąć.
The letter is about a civil...
Mamy to, mamy... List? No to co? Na tamtym biurku nic nie było. Teraz siadam, dobra, zobaczymy. Dobra, no i teraz już z nią pogadaj.
About your relationship with Stephen Markham.
Yes,
When did you start seeing each other?
3 years ago. It's a long time for a callous brush-off, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. Did Stephen ever make you any promises?
When a man takes a woman to bed, he is always making promises, Mr. Richter. Don't you agree?
Oh yes, absolutely. Sex is always a promise.
I'm glad you agree. Not all men do.
Coraz bliżej siada.
Why did Stephen end things between you?
He said we had no future, that it was time to make a clean break. He can't just toss me away. Are you from some kind of ethics committee? I'm willing to testify against him. I've even considered a civil suit. What do you think?
You should sue him. He owes you.
I quite agree. I'm glad you see it my way. Thank you.
You forwarded an email from Markham's computer. Would you care to explain where that went?
I don't know what you're talking about. I did nothing of the sort.
I'd like to get to know you better.
Perhaps. I'm still trying to make up my mind about you.
Another drink? Do you mind?
Not at all. I'm all for loose lips.
Amen.
O Jezu, ja czuję się gwałcony. Ale nawet tego nie ruszyliśmy.
Her furniture is modern with no particular style. Boring. She's fixing drinks.
Nie wiem, on coś zrobił, podejdzie tu nic.
There are a surprising number.
Zrobi te drinki dzisiaj?
Her furniture is
No,
If I want a drink, a liquor bar. Dominique is spy.
dobra, jeszcze raz to zobaczmy, może to jakoś triggeruje jej podejście tutaj. Czy coś?
It's Dominique and a group of young doctors, or maybe residents.
No i wraca, rzeczywiście. Zobaczymy, jak po drugim drinku się to rozwinie, chociaż trochę się boję.
I was looking at some of your charming photos. You worked at a hospital?
Yes, St. Andrews in Baltimore. I'm a doctor of toxicology.
That's an unusual field. How did you become interested in that?
I was always interested in chemistry, even though my parents didn't approve. The man I dated in college got me interested in toxicology as a discipline.
How admirable. I find a woman with brains fascinating.
Thank you.
You said your parents disapproved of your choice of studies. May I ask why?
They had old-fashioned ideas about a woman's role. They're no longer in my life.
You're better off without people like that trying to tell you what to do.
I quite agree.
What happened to the college boyfriend?
We worked at the same hospital for a while, but he cheated on
No,
me with a
leci na
coworker.
mnie ta laska
It wasn't pleasant.
nieprzeciętnie.
You must have been angry, and rightfully so.
I was. But we did work in a toxicology lab. Accidents happen, and karma's a bitch. But it is sweet of you to be angry for my sake.
This co-worker of yours, the one your boyfriend cheated with, was her name Dr. Angela Martin by any chance?
How did you know that? You can't believe anything that woman says. She's a liar, and she has no proof I did what she accuses me of doing.
I believe you, of course. I should have enough information now to complete my analysis of Dominique.
Jeszcze
I'd like to
mogę?
get to know you better.
Perhaps.
Nie mogę już. Dobra, ale mogę przeprowadzić analizę. I zobaczymy, co się stanie. Co tu jest? A dobra, bo teraz sobie włączyłem te podpowiedzi niechcący. Znaczy, no nie niechcący, bo... Co się dzieje? Świetnie. Tutaj jeszcze mogę coś znaleźć. Dr. Angel. Dobra, no te zostają. Czyli na pewno była zazdrosna. Ale tutaj... Przepraszam, tutaj nie jest zazdrosna o męża. Dobra. No. Okej. Ta się nigdzie nie powtarza. Ja ją wykluczę. Sorry. Okej. Czyli to zrobię.
Maybe you should ask your friends to step out so we can have some privacy.
I wish I could. Maybe we could talk in your bedroom.
All right. Follow me.
We'll be back in a moment.
No i robi się ciekawie.
Alone at last. Isn't that the saying? This is what you wanted, isn't it?
It is definitely what I wanted.
I'd really like to enjoy you. But I'm not convinced you're not up to something.
Oh, I'll convince you. Let's make sure we won't be interrupted.
All right.
Okej. I... Ciepłuchiał. Będziemy z niej wyciągać informacje, ale nie tak jak myśleliście.
I think we should get to know each other intimately.
You okay in there, Miss Freud?
Yes, I'm fine. We just got a little loud.
Such a good liar. Now, you're going to tell me where you forwarded that email about Helene, or I swear to God, I will leave you with a face no man will ever look at again.
No, please. I'll tell you anything.
No to mów wszystko.
Douglas Wilde Carter. He's behind the kidnapping. He promised Markham's girlfriend Dominique that she'd marry Markham if she spied for him. Dominique saw the email you sent to Markham about Helene. She forwarded it to Carter. He has to be behind the kidnapping and those attempts on Walker's life.
Carter. He's a powerful man. But how does he know about Moebius? And why would he want to prevent Markham from becoming president?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out. You must have a file on him.
Yes.
Does he have an historic match?
Not that we've discerned. Of course, my statisticians aren't as good as you are.
Some traitor, perhaps? Benedict Arnold? Send everything you have to my phone.
Done.
I'm going to go see him right now.
No, let us deal with it. You don't just barge in on a man like that. We'll need to make a case, do a covert ops.
Fine. Do your investigation and call me.
Mr. Rector.
Okej. Się porobiło. Dobra, mieli mi przesłać coś na telefon. Tutaj. Dom Cartera.
Mr. Rector to see you, sir.
Malachi Rector. Dominique said you had something you wanted to speak to me about.
I do. I have a proposition for you.
I'm listening.
I'm afraid it's very sensitive. I need to speak with you alone.
Court is my employee. I trust him implicitly.
I'm sure you do, but I don't. Sorry, but I can't risk it.
Very well. Court, please excuse us. Well, what do you have to say, Mr. Rector?
Will you excuse me for a moment?
I'm not a man to be trifled.
I don't know what I was... To be blunt, Mr. Carter, I'd like to work for you. I'm done with FETA. They've lost my trust.
Interesting. What makes you think you have a skill I need?
You knew enough about me to have me attacked in Cairo, so you must know I'm the savant. And you appear to be very interested in Moebius technology.
I am indeed. But I'm not clear on exactly what services you can provide, as the savant. Can you explain?
I can identify the patterns. My knowledge of history is extensive, and I seem to have a certain intuition that's hard to explain.
I'm intrigued. Perhaps you could give me a demonstration.
I can do it right now, in fact. On you.
Be my guest.
Okej. To teraz tak, rozglądamy się może tutaj.
Carter was a major general in the US Army. Carter doesn't hold an office, yet he's clearly cultivated. Carter doesn't hold an office. This photo is recent, and the younger daughter has no escort and no wedding.
Nowa fraza. Okej, mamy jakiś, mamy rzecz. Więc spróbujmy go przeanalizować. Niewzruszony pewny wyraz twarzy. Co to może znaczyć? Mocno zrelaksowana stawa.
I think I know enough about Carter to do my analysis.
Okej, mam wszystkie fakty. I sobie zrobimy jeszcze tą... sobie jeszcze tą analizę. Okej. Może sobie to jeszcze raz, żeby mi się tam nie wyświetlało niepotrzebnie.
I know who you are.
I'm listening.
You're a kingmaker like Richard Neville, the 16th Earl of Warwick. You married your oldest daughter to a media mogul. That kind of control over the press is critical to a kingmaker in this day and age. But your younger daughter, she must marry a politician. And not just any politician, but the politician. You're not trying to destroy Senator Markham, not the man who could be the greatest president of all. No, you want him in the family, where you can be his puppet master.
No i trochę się wyjaśniło.
That's why you wanted to get rid of Livia Drusilla, so that your daughter can take her place.
Forgive me, Mr. Rector, but that's a little frightening.
The best weapons are always frightening. So do you want me in your employ or not?
Name your terms.
I want Captain Walker returned, unscathed.
Is that all? No financial demands?
We can talk about money later.
I'm not convinced about Walker. He's too loyal to the rulebook and the flag. He'll be trouble.
I'll keep Walker on a tight leash. That's not your problem.
Don't misinterpret this, Rector, but you're a beautiful man. I believe you can keep Walker on a leash. Very well, but I'm not a fool. I'm going to need proof that you're willing to switch sides. What can you offer that will convince me?
Wiem co mam.
This data key has a file on Fita employees. It's yours if you give me what I asked for.
Yes, this is quite acceptable. We have a deal.
Się porobiło
Walker is
teraz,
still
kurde.
alive, and I've requested that he be kept that way.
I wouldn't get your men excited if I were you. The location in Qatar has already been sent, and Dexter knows I'm here.
No i się wszystko wyjaśniło.
What makes you think I'll let you walk out of here? Do you really think I care that Dexter knows you're here?
You're the Kingmaker. You tried to kill Captain Walker because he's presumably my moral compass or some such nonsense. But the savant you want to control, you want that very much.
If I can't control you, no one else will.
You've read my profile. I have no loyalty. Fita does not control me. They're merely an expedient means to an end at the moment.
I would have been more expedient. I can keep him alive. Now he'll be dead before anyone can get there.
But you already gave your instructions. And that secured phone is your only quick line of communication with them.
Why wouldn't I simply text them again and change my mind?
Go ahead.
Trochę to...
Jesus Christ, you're insane.
Till we meet again, Mr. Carter.
Wow, nice, tego się w ogóle nie spodziewałem. Dobra, na ten odcinek to koniec. Ja mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. W następnym przechodzimy już do ostatniego rozdziału. I no cóż, żegnam się z wami, cześć.